Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Bantamweight World title, our tale of the tape.
Vital statistic here, 69 inches of reach versus 63 for Zach MAKOVSKY. Dantas needs to keep MAKOVSKY on the outside at the end of his punches in order to be successful.
With the official introductions, here's Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships along with Caesars Atlantic City, routinely spectacular. Now present 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Bantamweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Commissioner Aaron Davis, Counsel Nick Lembo. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in at 135 pounds, the Season 5 tournament champion as a professional brings 13 victories, 2 defeats. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing Dudu, Eduardo Dantas. And across the cage, the world champion fights out of the blue corner. At 5'4", weighing in at 134.5 pounds. Tonight, in his first title defense, he enters the cage with 14 professional victories, just 2 defeats. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, the defending Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Zach Bun-Size MAKOVSKY. And the referee, in charge of the action, Keith Peterson.
Well, dude, been giving you instructions. Touch gloves if you like. Let's fight.
This world title fight is under the unified rules of MMA. It is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. You see Eduardo Dantas, he's in the white trunks. The champion Zach MAKOVSKY in the black trunks. Round number 1. Keith Peterson is the referee.
MAKOVSKY fights in the southpaw stance, that right leg forward. That's the power leg for a wrestler. I think that's why he boxes that way, makes his takedown much easier.
MAKOVSKY missing with the kick. That head kick blocked. Dantas talking about timing his knee on the shots of Zach MAKOVSKY, and Dantas knows the shots of MAKOVSKY are coming.
See already, Dantas so low in his stance. He's ready to sprawl. Wants to keep himself low. He doesn't want to let Zach MAKOVSKY get underneath his punches. Good knee. MAKOVSKY's one of those wrestlers in MMA who doesn't bull his way in. He doesn't charge you and clinch. He tends to set it up and time his takedowns from the outside. That's an important distinction in this fight. Oh man, big kick.
Big kick, MAKOVSKY partially dropped, partially slipped. I think more of a slip. That kick by MAKOVSKY did not get through.
See that right hand of Dantas is just glued to his chin.
Dantas just missing with that right. Dantas 5'7", MAKOVSKY 5'4". Dantas a much different body type. Looks a lot taller, a lot longer than just the 3-inch height advantage.
It looks like all legs. Look at the size of Dantas' legs. That's how he puts so much juice on that kick. That's why those knees are so deadly.
MAKOVSKY trying to walk through with those punches. No shots yet, no takedown attempts yet from the world champion, Zach MAKOVSKY.
Man, what a kick.
Big kick by Dantas. Wow. There's the shot on the single leg. And there's the takedown, kicking out the back leg.
Yeah, I think he's had enough of fighting on the outside with this kid.
Clever by MAKOVSKY. Went for the single leg, then kicked out the back leg.
Going for the omoplata. Wow, he's locking up the omoplata right now. He's cranking on it.
Beautiful turn by MAKOVSKY to defend.
Great mobility by Zach MAKOVSKY.
Closing in on the halfway point of round number 1 of this Bellator Bantamweight World title fight. Eduardo Dantas versus the champion Zach MAKOVSKY. Dantas looking for the up kick. Left hand on the dive in by MAKOVSKY.
Once again, going again, trying to isolate that right arm. Going a little bit of rubber guard here, reaching underneath. He's isolating the right arm of Zach MAKOVSKY. You see MAKOVSKY holding onto the leg with his left hand. That's what he needs to do.
Dantas again thinking omoplata.
He can also go wrist lock from here. Not a lot of guys do it.
MAKOVSKY popping free into the open guard now of Eduardo Dantas. Dantas trying to throw the right hand from his back. Good left hand passing the legs of Zach MAKOVSKY. Dantas back to his feet.
I trained with Novignon in Brazil for 3 weeks. Everyone there is spectacular on the ground. Everybody from blue belts on up. Very tricky guard game.
Got 90 seconds here, Zach. Pause, crushing with that uppercut.
Dantas in stalking mode at the moment.
There's certain times where being the Fight Quest guy and everyone wants to roll with you is a good thing. In Brazil, it's not good. It's bad.
Move more, Zach, move more.
Bouncing the step of MAKOVSKY.
Step into it.
Just coming forward. MAKOVSKY on his bicycle.
Cut kick, Zach.
There's so much more to me than just the Fight Quest guy, Jimmy.
Thank you, Sean.
I did love that show. As did everybody who has anything to do with mixed martial arts. You are Elvis in this world.
I took a lot of beatings, and I appreciate that it's appreciated.
Outside kick by MAKOVSKY.
Now, this is what MAKOVSKY's having trouble with, is his outside game. What does he do from the outside? He's getting tagged with kicks. A shot from this distance it's just too far. It's too easy to see.
Single leg shot, and again the takedown by the champion.
He was able to get it.
Right hand now from MAKOVSKY.
Man, I'm impressed with the balance of Eduardo Dantas right back to his feet. Look at the wrist control.
Head kick by Eduardo Dantas. Dantas feinting with the step in. Lands the body kick. A good start to this world title fight.
You see here the kicks of Eduardo Dantas, man, right to the ribs. Beautiful timing, great accuracy later on, going for the omoplata. And Zach MAKOVSKY, great mobility, getting over the legs, escaping that. The MAKOVSKY crowd, his family, so behind him.
Ready? Fight.
3 judges scoring cage side for the state of New Jersey. Jimmy, on your unofficial scorecard.
10-9 Eduardo Dantas. MAKOVSKY got the takedown, but Dantas not just sitting there, going for submissions, able to get back to the feet where he has been controlling the action.
Dantas landing another kick.
I'm surprised he's not throwing more jabs. A lot of fighters, when they take on a wrestler, don't throw a lot of kicks. They don't want to get him caught. He's throwing a ton of kicks. Look at the redness on the ribs of Zach MAKOVSKY, Sean.
MAKOVSKY trying to throw a head kick, finding no joy.
Cut kick, go inside. Inside the leg, when he steps in.
MAKOVSKY staying on his toes. A lot of bounce in his step. Walking through, landing the right uppercut.
Cut kick now, cut.
Oh, man. Good combination by
takedown.
Dantas, but man, back to his feet.
And again the takedown.
Oh, beautiful switch. Man, that is textbook wrestling.
Right hands now from Eduardo Dantas. Into side control.
That's a wrestling move. The outside switch, beautifully executed.
You see the knee on the belly by Eduardo Dantas.
Now, this is a position we haven't really seen Zach MAKOVSKY in. On his back, fighting off against a great jiu-jitsu black belt. Full mount now.
Full mounted sheet. MAKOVSKY looking to go out the back door and could not find it.
What you don't want with Zach MAKOVSKY is a scramble. You might win a tight jiu-jitsu game like this, but you don't want to scramble. He's very compact, he's very fast. Of course, that wrestling background, you got to keep tight on this kid.
MAKOVSKY, even though he was a Division I college wrestler, he said, I'm not a great wrestler, I don't have great jiu-jitsu, but I am very proficient in both.
That's true, jack of all trades. With Dantas, I think the superior jiu-jitsu in this position. I think Zach MAKOVSKY's guard game versus Dantas' top game is no contest. He's going to have a hard time sweeping or catching Eduardo Dantas from here.
Close guard now from the champion, Zach MAKOVSKY. Dantas relentless thus far in this fight. Pulling out the leg, looking to dive in. Big wide right hand by Eduardo Dantas.
And look at the pressure. Man, that is Novignon. They know when to put pressure on, and they know when to stay light and move. Oh, now he's in
Rolling,
trouble.
Giving his back,
Full mount.
taking it away, but falls into the full mount of Eduardo Dantas. Dantas letting go.
He's up against the fence. Very hard to move here.
The second time in round 2 that Dantas has achieved full mount on Zach MAKOVSKY. Big shots from the top from Dantas.
He is unloading on the champ, going for the rear naked, but he's not in good hip position.
MAKOVSKY continuing to move, but stuck on the ground.
Well, look at that MMA jiu-jitsu. He doesn't go hard for something that he doesn't have. He'd rather sit up and punch than go too hard for the rear naked. Good ring sense there. You see, he pulled him off the cage and walked him a little bit toward the center of the cage so he can't cage walk out. Now going for the head and arm choke.
Head and arm choke attempt from Eduardo Dantas.
And that's a Novignon specialty. Shaolin so good at this choke. You know he passed it on to Eduardo Dantas.
That is very
That's
tight.
it.
And that is
He's
it.
out.
A technical submission. MAKOVSKY is out cold. And Eduardo Dantas is the new Bellator Bantamweight World Champion.
Man, that is a great performance against a great fighter. Man, I am impressed, Sean. I am stunned.
23-year-old Eduardo Dantas, the prodigy from Brazil, is the champion of the world at 135 pounds.
Even this pro Zach MAKOVSKY crowd is on its feet. Man, let's see if we can get another look at that. Man, on top, stepped over. This is how you do a side choke, an arm triangle choke. Zach MAKOVSKY did the correct escape, trying to get space, but look at that pressure, no chance. Great refereeing. He saw he was out and ends up stopping him. You see here, has the head right next to the head of Zach MAKOVSKY. Can't pull his left arm out. He tries to kick to get space, but no chance. Beautiful job by the Novignon black belt. He is elated. He is our new champion.
A dynamic and dominant performance from Eduardo Dantas. He is the new champion of the world in Bellator's bantamweight division. When we return, Jimmy Smith will speak to the winner, Eduardo Dantas, and he will receive his world championship belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the arm triangle choke brings this fight to a halt. Official time, 3 minutes, 26 seconds into round number 2. The winner by technical submission, and now the new Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Eduardo Dantas.
Jimmy Smith is with the champion, Eduardo Dantas.
I'm here with your new bantamweight champion, Eduardo Dantas. Eduardo, that was a dominant performance against a fantastic champion. How do you feel holding that belt?
Foi uma vitória muito dominante de cara muito duro. Como é que você está sentindo?
Quero agradecer primeiro a minha família, que está lá em peso no Santa Amaro. Família, é nossa, eu tô chegando, hein? Obrigado pela força, mãe, te amo. Foi uma excelente luta. Lutasse, treinei muito para estar aqui. Como eu vivo treinando agora, eu vivo disso. Então, daqui para melhor.
This is what I do, you know, I do it full time. Before I thank my whole family, everybody in Brazil, my mom, you know, he loves her. And, you know, I came prepared. I trained really hard for this with all my training partners, all my team. I want to thank everybody, and I gave it my all tonight.
All right, Bjorn Rebney. Bjorn, another phenomenal performance by a great fighter from Brazil. Where do you find these guys?
Well, we find them all over the place. You're looking at one of the best bantamweights in the world. Absolutely a spectacular performance by this young man tonight, our new world champion.
A great performance in a great fight sound. Give it up for your new bantamweight champion, Eduardo Dantas.